I don't know about y'all, but I think I'm getting old because the music that I'm hearing nowadays, I can't hear it. First of all, the vocabulary that they're using, I don't even understand. That's number one. Number two, most of the stuff they're saying is the ultimate contradiction. I'm just confused. I heard this one song where this guy was telling her that all he do is sleep with her and leave. And he was saying, that's why I love you, girl. Because you let me come sleep with you and then let me leave. Huh? Like, what? Then one day while I was participating in Facebook shenanigans, wasting time fraternizing, someone put me onto this song called Throat Baby.
Excuse me as I kiss the sky.
Someone put me onto this song called Throat Baby. I was like, wait a minute, let me understand this. So a throat baby is a person who is participating in this type of inappropriate behavior? Or, I mean, what does it mean exactly? I was going around calling people throat baby. Now listen, I'm not saying that there's something wrong with being a throat baby. You want to be a throat baby? Okay. But when you are not inside of a cuckold entanglement, maybe you should reconsider participating in such activity. I think you should go like deck the halls with boughs of holly or something like that instead of being a throat baby. Don't get me wrong, some throat babies are saving some lives. They are CNN heroes to some of these men. Personally, I am worth more than change for a 20, so being a throat baby is not interesting to me. And because the higher powers fees are so high, I have been very selective about who I entertain in general. I have so many guys that are trying to be the main cock in my hen house. I have way too many options to be anybody's throat baby. I'd rather count a bag of rice, actually. I'm not saying there wasn't a time that I would enjoy being a throat baby, but for the right guy. This is what our females have been reduced to. The other day during a live stream, this dude called me a thotty wop. I thought that was the funniest shit. I was like, dude, what position do you play in my life? Listen, fellas, while you're sitting around here listening to Throat Baby and all this, stuff like that, make sure that you understand what's happening to the youth. That means be prepared for your daughters to do to you what you've been doing to women. Just let that marinate just a little bit in your soul up in this area. Sprinkle some Parmesan on that and be careful. I'm just saying, in the future, don't get emotional when your daughter becomes a fluffer. Let me tell y'all how y'all can save your daughters from listening to Throat Baby. While they're young, don't even bother listening to hip hop. Put on some jazz, put on some R&B, put on some Christian music, put on something other than rap, other than R&B. Just like some type of jazz or some type of classical or something like that. First of all, you yourself don't need to be listening to a whole bunch of music that is detrimental to you, because what you consume on a day-to-day basis affects your real life, whether you want to believe it or not. What you consume, what you're watching, what you're listening to, what you're eating, it all affects your life all across the board. All of it. So if you're listening to positive music, 9 times out of 10, you're in a positive mood, you're a positive person. If you're going around here and you're listening to all of this negativity, or this music that has all of this misogynist stuff in it and the sexist stuff in it, how you behave is a reflection of that stuff. This guy said to me, how come it's so many women out there that have all of this music where they're degrading themselves? And I'm like, you fellas still haven't figured out why it's like that? It isn't because women just like to be hypersexual. No, it's because it's money in that specific field. This is what men pay for. This is the stuff that y'all listen to, want to see, and this is what you pay for. Think about how many female rap artists out there that do not talk about their sexuality at all, and they are put to the back burner and ignored. You probably don't even know none of their names. The music industry likes to put women who are hypersexualized to the forefront. That's why you have the Cardi B's and the Meg Thee Stallions, and we have the Foxy Browns and the Little Kims. You understand? That's why. Because this is what you invest your money into. And it's not just men, it's women too. How you think so many women can get on OnlyFans and make so much money on the internet like that? Because of men. It's because this is what you spend your money on. You spend money on sex, which is something that everybody does. But in order to make a lot of money, just an insane amount of money, 9 times out of 10, it'll have something to do with you getting your hands dirty in some kind of way. We could sit here and we could talk about politicians. Let's talk about politicians. Politicians do a lot of dirty stuff, right? The wealthiest ones rob people, kill people, manipulate, lie. They do all of this. They arrange all of this stuff. You think you can get that high in power and have that much amount of money and still be able to keep your hands clean? Good luck with that. Now, there's some good, wealthy people out there. Don't let me make you think that money is the root of all evil, because it's not. I don't think so. I think greed might be. But don't misunderstand. Sex, money, and power, they're chained together. And the very thing that a lot of men will degrade a woman for is the very thing that they will invest a shit ton of money in. So while these rappers in the business of making your daughter a throat baby, just remember, you're the consumer.